So one thing I do want to ask, because you came out of more of a apprenticeship, right? From, as you said, busboy to prep cook to
Hmm.
salad station and so on and so forth, versus going to like a traditional cooking school per se.
Hmm.
So knowing what you know now, could you unpack for us sort of how you learn this, how you master the different skills? And by the way, I'm asking this question because I was watching one of your shows where you were, talking a lot and cutting a lot and just like, paying attention a lot. And in my mind, I'm like, how does he do that? He's not, he's talking super fast. You're cutting super fast. How did you like? What is your learning methodology? I'm curious to know your thought.
When I found my passion in cooking, I just went all the way. I went all the way. I just that's all I could do. That's all I would do. I would practice. I would read. I have an incredible cookbook collection. And that came from those days. It's just been something that I just wanted to. And I went to other chefs to do apprenticeship and learning skills. So the question you asked me is how did I get there? Is I think this is the best school, to go through those steps, with the passion first. You have to have passion. You have to have to be into what you're doing. You have to really love it. Love is the ingredient that gave me the way to do it the way
Mm,
I.
I love that. Love is an ingredient. That's a quotable quote. And by the way, I'm asking this question in a self-serving way because I'm looking at you, a master chef, and the same thing with Eric Oberholzer, who introduced us.
Uh-huh.
You guys are master chefs, right? You have your restaurants, and you're again master skills and can talk and cut really fast without paying attention. Amazing. So someone like me, who's actually, frankly speaking, a little bit intimidated.
Mm.
I enjoy good food, but have yet to find the love, the passion for food per se. I get it on the intellectual basis, but I don't quite get it on the, because
Uh-huh.
I think in one of your videos you said just you really enjoy the preparation of it, the eating of it. Like, how did you find that? Maybe you can coach me a little bit how to actually find that love for food.
I think it comes to you. It really comes to you when you sincere. No defense. You really go. Like I like to say when I teach a class, is to be present in the kitchen. That's really the opportunity for you to be present. For me in the kitchen, I'm feeling like I'm in a. It can be a meditation. All my senses have to be present. That's really that requires that. Cooking requires to have all your senses present, and it starts in the market. When you go to your market, you want. I mean, the market is like a feast of senses. You have the sounds, you have the hagglers, you have the colors, you have the smells, and all those senses give you information about the ingredient that you're getting. When I want to buy a fish, I want to make sure I touch the fish with my hands, my fingers. I poke it to see that the fish is fresh. The flesh has to be bouncing back. The eyes of the fish have to be having a certain brightness, and you have to look at the gills to make sure they're bright red. The same thing when you buy a mango, you want to touch the mango to know how that mango is feeling. You want to smell the mango also to make sure you have that sweetness that particular to the mango that just comes on you. That's how you get to connect with those ingredients. So there's a connection, there's a communication that's happening between you and the ingredients. And over time, that becomes something that's like, that's another language really that, that's part of you. And, to answer your question, if you get that presence in the kitchen. When you go in the kitchen, just be present, and you're going to start hearing the ingredients talking to you. You're going to start hearing. I mean, you're going to in the market, you'll feel that too, and and you taste, of course. And as you taste, trust your intuition. There's intuition. You see, I'm talking about things that are really not as concrete as those who are used to using reason and rational in there. And this is not what it is in the kitchen. This is really it's about the senses. It's about like feeling,
Mm.
back, especially me, I come from a background in Africa, there was not much cookbooks, when I was writing my cookbooks, oftentimes they were pioneering cookbooks, it's like, I mean, mine was the first one in English for Senegalese cookbook, actually. And, so because we didn't record the recipes, we cook with our senses, we cook with the feelings, and that's what the mothers would tell you. Whenever I would call my mom to get a recipe, sometimes it was frustrating because she would tell you, what do you mean, how many teaspoons? It's not like that. It's like, and finally I got it. And once you get it, it's so easy. It's really easy. It's like, it's great.
Yes, I mean, here's the thing. You were physics and chemistry, so you understand my cerebral self,
There we go.
why I'm asking these questions, right? Because like you, my mom was a master chef. She loves food, and she would just always tell me, "Oh yeah, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sugar,
Yeah.
a little bit of something." And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" I need to understand. I don't understand. Like, how do you get it? So, anyways, so so one thing that I hear from what you're saying is more of a feeling, right? An intuition, and it's not so much about the intellect, even though there is an intellectual component to it, but most of it is really be present, and the food, the ingredient would talk back to us. Essentially, that's what you said.
Yeah, it's emotional. The intellect is part of it, but the intellect is a deduction of the emotion. The emotion far superior, and especially when it comes to the kitchen, the emotion are like, just you let them guide you, and you'd be surprised, like sometimes I just pick an ingredient and put it without having planned it, because